Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Scott here, and today we're going to talk about the modern NBA scoring guard. For a long time, the point guard position was looked at as a guy that had to facilitate first and score second, with guys like Jason Kidd and Steve Nash being the ultimate version of that description. They were both able to lead the league in assists for multiple years, as well as put up nearly 20 points per game in their primes. While there are still guys that can put up a large amount of assists per game, their primary goal isn't always to make assists. The assists per game leader this season was Russell Westbrook, putting up 10.3 per game. When you watch Westbrook, it never looks like his primary objective is to pass first. He always looks to attack and find his own shot, and pass if someone else has a better look. His assists are a result of his usage, as he has one of the highest usage rates in the league. It's not a knock on Westbrook that not all of his assists were a deliberate action to support a teammate, because his best attributes are his athleticism and his scoring, and there are a lot of guys in the league just like him. Some other great point guards in the league are Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, and Kyrie Irving. While they are all still good at making plays and setting up teammates, in their systems they're all relied upon to score first. Chris Paul used to be a much more typical point guard, playing screen and rolls with DeAndre Jordan and averaging around 10 assists each season. With his move to the Rockets, he has transformed his game into becoming more of a scorer and making plays for himself first. It's not that Chris Paul is no longer a playmaker, it's just that with the Rockets' isolation heavy style, they need him to be a scorer first. There's also a lot of guys that may not be listed as a point guard, but have a high enough usage that they act as a point guard for their teams. Guys like James Harden and Victor Oladipo come to mind. Both play alongside point guards, but they're utilized much more than them. James Harden plays with Chris Paul, who is a guard that can make plays and knock down threes. Victor Oladipo plays with Darren Collison, who shoots 47% from three. The roles of these point guards playing alongside Harden and Oladipo are to space the floor and act as secondary ball handlers. For Harden and Oladipo, they are expected to get a switch onto a bigger defender and either attack them or pull up for a three. Both of these guys have the ability to make plays and pretty much act as a point guard for their teams, but don't always walk the ball up the floor like a true point guard would. Here's a play where Oladipo takes control of the possession from the point, with backup point guard Corey Joseph spacing the floor in the bottom corner. And then a similar play, this time pick and roll action. Oladipo draws Corey Joseph's defender, and he's able to find Joseph in the same corner, and he's able to knock down the shot. Both plays Oladipo was in a position to score, but given how the Cavs defended him, Oladipo then became a passer. While there are a lot of guards in the NBA that do a lot on the offensive end, they often are not expected to do much defensively. Usually guys like Harden, Curry, and Kyrie will guard the most useless perimeter player on the opposing team to save energy for offense. Whenever the Warriors played the Thunder, you'd often see Steph Curry defending Andre Robertson instead of Westbrook. The reason for this is that Robertson doesn't have near the usage as Westbrook, and that allows Curry to expend less energy on the defensive end. The point guard position usually still plays the role of handling the ball a majority of the time, but their objectives seem to have changed. Some of the best players in the league today are point guards, and that's because they're scorers first. It has become a much more high usage position that allows scoring specialty players to still average a great amount of assists, which is why a lot of teams now are looking for guys that can create plays off the dribble and then look to pass. The Utah Jazz did this last offseason by moving down to the 13th pick in the draft to get Donovan Mitchell, who is a Rookie of the Year candidate. While Donovan Mitchell may not be a true point guard, it allows his teammate Ricky Rubio to still have a place in this league. Mitchell is much more of an off guard that looks to score first, and for the Jazz system, it's still good to have a guy like Rubio on the floor. Rubio is much more of a traditional point guard, and with his skill set, he's able to enhance his teammates' capabilities even further. The point guard position doesn't only have to be athletic guys that can score the ball like Westbrook, but they've at least got to be capable passers, and Westbrook can always do that when he needs to. That's all I have for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more NBA content, and if you are subscribed, thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I'm going to be doing a Q&A in my next video, so make sure you leave a comment down below. But anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.